Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, we live. We live right now, and I'm going to talk about Boost being down because Boost Mobile is down right now. The website is still down, I believe. Um, so let's see. I'm gonna try and pull up Boost Mobile's website, and let me just refresh the page. Nope, still the same. Site for maintenance still down. I found that out this morning, just because I was gonna. Hey, Gene, what's up, man? What's going on? I was going to. I have the Boost Mobile Timo access on the Pixel 6, so I was gonna switch it over to the Pixel 5 because I had the AT&T access on the Pixel 6 for Boost prepaid, and then Infinite on the Pixel 7. Can imagine my surprise this morning when the website wasn't accessible at all. So, um, hey, Borganato, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yeah, I'm not using Restream or anything like that directly from the YouTube website. Um, from my Pixelbook, no microphone or nothing like that. The audio is from the microphone and the laptop. So let me know how the audio sounds at least. No background music, none of that stuff. Just pure kick it and chat, right? I'm like chill in bed, so I just figure I'll go live real quick. I've been affected. Boost Infinite site and customer care is also out as well. Yeah, it's all down. Cyber attack? I don't know. I don't think so. The reason why I don't think it's a cyber attack is because Boost Mobile is gradually kind of merging all the old accounts. Well, basically all the things from the old site to the new site. So like 3 months ago, when you went to Boost Mobile, you had to pick one or the other, right? Like if you signed up and you had AT&T access, you had to log in with the website that was for the AT&T access. And then if you had the old school T-Mobile access after the merger, then you have to go to the old website. And then like about a week and a half ago, when you start clicking the link to My Boost Mobile, it takes you directly to the AT&T access. But when you put in your mobile number, like the one that I have for the T-Mobile access, if you put that number in, it tells you, oops, let me blow the dust off. And then it routes you to the old website login access. So I think what they're doing is they're just merging it all together. So I don't think cyber attack. Your due date is today. I think I don't know. That's a good question because Boost Infinite is different. So let me see if there's like a number that has like an automated thing you can call. Well, yeah, the site's not going to take your credit card. The website's down. The whole website for Boost Infinite and Boost Mobile is down. I mean, literally, it's down. Site maintenance, it's down. You have autopay. I think so for Boost Mobile prepaid. If you dial star 223 or star 233, forgot what it is, but you can do your payment by phone. But let me check for Boost Infinite. Let's see. You can call 866-957-8278. I'll plug that in the chat. Hey, Rochelle, how's it going? 866-957. Let's see. 957-8278. 8278 is Boost Infinite, so not Boost Prepaid. All right, I plugged it in the chat for you guys. I found that on Best Phone Plans website. So shout out to Dennis and Stetson, Best Phone Plans. So family's good. Family's good. Today they had a function at school. well, not at school, but the school had a function at a local pizza place. Any money spent between the hours of 4:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m., 15% of it would go to the school. So let's just say that, I spent like 3 bills. That's a very expensive thing, but to help out. So like my kids had like a blast. They got to play video games. And you know how kids are, right? Like they eat you get an order pizza for the family. They eat one slice and then they start yelling, "I'm full!" And then they want to run and play games. And then when we're about to leave, they're like, "What's for dinner?" Like, we had dinner. Let's see. Hey Tito. Okay, that's all that. We knew this would happen. Knew what would happen. How nice. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Gene retracting his message. Magical Mermaid. What do you mean you knew this would happen? Because I'm waiting on confirmation. So I'm not going to say that a cyber attack didn't happen, but Boost is AT&T, not T-Mobile. So I know T-Mobile's been the prime target, and that's just because they got Game Boy level security. So it's real easy for anyone to launch a cyber attack against T-Mobile and cipher information. But we'll have to see. Right now, there's not anything really pointing to a cyber attack. The only thing I can think of is that it's 2023. They're tying up loose ends to kind of consolidate Boost Mobile under one brand for prepaid and then Boost Infinite as the postpaid. We're also kicking into high gear for the Rainbow SIM to come pretty soon, which is going to offer dynamic switching. So lots of things kind of going on, but at least, they went public with it, right? So they posted it on Twitter. I seen on Twitter Boost Infinite's Twitter page, and then also Boost Mobile's Twitter page. Customer confusion, the cause, actually most likely. Yeah, of course it's going to be. How many questions do you think I get on any video I do about Boost Infinite and Boost Mobile? And of course, like Boost Mobile versus Boost Mobile, right? There's AT&T Boost Mobile, there's T-Mobile Boost Mobile, and it's so much confusion, right? So if they're consolidating, that's great. Like, I'm happy they're consolidating. By the way, everybody, best way to help me out and support me is just hitting that thumbs up if you guys enjoy this. If you guys don't like the live stream, hit the thumbs down. It doesn't matter. But give me a rating because that does help. It does help. I appreciate it. Perhaps it's a result of botching. Probably. It could be, right? These days, quality work from any carrier is not the best, right? So it could be. They could totally have botched it and fudged it up. I don't know what it is, but right now I have a craving for water. I got 2 more to finish out of the 8 that I drank. I'm drinking like 8 bottles of water already. You always blame Elon no matter what. Come on, don't bring that stuff here with the whole Twitter, Elon, government propaganda. Come on. I really don't entertain that anymore because it causes more division. All right. I'm gonna speak straight on this, and the reason why I say that it causes more division is because you are projecting your point of view. That's totally great. There are people that support Elon, right? And these days, nobody can let the other person live, right? So like if someone came in here right now and said that, "Oh, I think Elon's dope," right? Then chances are there could be a debate. But why does there need to be a debate? If you don't like him and they like him, then, just let it be. Find common ground. Not everything has to be a standoff these days. That's why I don't entertain politics anymore or even really let anyone talk about it on here. It just causes division. Right now, we need more love and more unity. I don't care what side of the spectrum that you reside on. Hey, that's you. As long as you don't force your opinions on me, I'm not ever going to force any opinions on you, so we're good. We can find something else to have common ground on, like tech, movies, such. Whatever you guys want to talk about. But not that. Please don't. Don't bring that here. Boost Mobile family plans? Okay. They're saying they're changing the family plans. Didn't get the chance to find out yet. For the family plans, no. I didn't hear anything about any changes to it. I just know that there's a lot of restructuring going on, so there could be. Considering this, right? So like what I know right now is with the newer Boost Mobile prepaid, right? So the one that's AT&T Access, if you take the opportunity to sign up with the $25 plan, so this is not the Infinite one. It's not Boost Infinite because I know Boost Infinite's also $25, but Boost Mobile prepaid, AT&T Access, $25 unlimited talk and text, 30 gigs of high-speed data, and then you're throttled for the rest of your bill cycle. You can add a line to that for $9.99. That is for sure. If the Boost One app worked, I would show you it because I was trying to log into the Boost One app just so I could be logged in to get all my information. And to be straight up with everybody, it was like I could add a line for $9.99. And I was like, that's pretty cool, That's pretty cool. So on Boost Infinite, you can add a line also to a family plan, but the Infinite side, which is postpaid, it's going to be $25 per line. Let's see. And they stopped the Boost Up plan. No more financing phones. It might switch it up. They might switch it up. There's a lot of things that's changing with Boost Mobile. Lots of things that's changing. So I do feel like that some form of financing might come back. I don't know exactly how, but there's going to be, because you have other companies that they're competing with, right? So you have Visible that uses Affirm to finance a phone, and I think some other prepaid companies use Affirm as well. So they may go that route. But the Boost Up plan, definitely. I don't know, it's weird. All these changes are happening in Boost Mobile, and they're doing it now. And I know they're doing it in preparation because Boost Infinite's not the only one getting dynamic switching. Boost Mobile Prepaid's also getting that too. So Boost Mobile Prepaid will be the I don't know, because they say Google Fi is prepaid. I call Google Fi an MVNO and kind of more on the postpaid side. So Boost Mobile will be the first prepaid to have some form of dynamic switching, which allows your service to switch between AT&T, T-Mobile, and Dish 5G Cloud, which I tweeted out an article of Dish partnering up with another company to continue the RAN Cloud 5G rollout. So, yeah, if you guys follow me on Twitter and you guys find that tweet, read the article. It's pretty interesting. Read Boost Twitter page. It says exactly what happened. As long as you give every other tech billionaire the same exact courtesy. What do you mean? Do I give every tech billionaire the same exact courtesy? Well, what do you mean? Because really what I just told you right now, if you didn't catch it, was that I don't care like where your opinions are on Elon or not, right? The guy's not my best friend and he's not a relative. So I don't really care what Elon does. The whole thing with Twitter defending Elon, I'm not defending Elon. I'm defending my opinion as into I don't discuss it. I don't like to discuss it because it just breeds arguments. Like who I support really is nobody's business, and it shouldn't matter who I support or don't support. But like while everyone focuses on that stuff, and I'll be straight with you, that's the reason why a lot of people are stressed out on Twitter. Y'all look for this stuff so that way you guys have something to talk about. I'm still on Twitter. The experience is still same for me. I can care less who's running it. Because I'm not feeding into all that. There's like that stuff is like gravity and it pulls people in and everyone just gives themselves to it. Like, why live your life stressful? Don't be stressful. Be happy. Who cares? There are tons of platforms that people can get on that don't like Twitter. Like, that's the reason why I share the stuff about the different social apps, is giving people different avenues that they can go. If you don't like what Elon's done with Twitter, there's Mastodon. Mastodon's pretty cool. I like Mastodon. And there's no algorithms, there's no ads, and there's no one pulling the strings. So have at it with microblogging. I support creative genius, but I hate when they get political. Well, you know what? Like, to be honest, a lot of these tech billionaires are political. I mean, they lobby for things to get done in favor for them to be able to do things, right? Of course, they're going to be kissing some butt in government. So they're all that way. They are all that way. But honestly, I think right now we need more love than division. I saw something pretty interesting, and I know I'm kind of diving into the topic, but it's okay. I saw something pretty interesting, and it's actually pretty cool. Those throughout my generation, those born, I want to go back as far as say like 1971 to 1989, right? If you were born in any of those times in the year, you ever notice growing up, we didn't really deal with a lot of things that divided people, whether it was color or any of that stuff. We didn't divide. We never looked for stuff like that. We were never into that type of stuff. We didn't watch the news. We didn't hang on government on every little thing. We recognized that we were private citizens, so the government didn't need to know everything about us, but the government needed to let us know everything about them because they're public service. We're private citizens. The times has changed. Everything's just flipped, It's weird. But, oh yeah, Gene, well, I mean, okay, well, I'll extend it back. If you were born between 1950 and 1989, but you know what? Don't spend your time worrying about stuff like that. There are other great things out there that you could be doing that is worth your time and energy. Seriously, you'll be happier. You'll be much happier, less stressed out. Will Boost Infinite give a grace period for the payments? I don't know. I don't work for them, dude. I can't tell you if they'll give you a grace period. They're postpaid, so I don't want to think that they're just going to cut you off right away. It's not like prepaid, right? Prepaid, you pay before you use the services. Postpaid, you use services and then you pay. So you may have a day or two. It may be down for 24 hours and maybe back up tomorrow. Let's pray. Fingers crossed. Hit the like button if you want Boost Mobile's website to be up by tomorrow. This cough just won't go away. Everything gone away. Fever's gone away. Not this cough. I grew up without cell phones, and we did great. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course we did. Yeah, like, y'all in the chat, answer this. How many... Back in the day, right, when you were a kid, without cell phones, right, how did we know where everybody was at in the neighborhood? Y'all remember? Does anyone remember how you knew where all your friends were at in the neighborhood? The John Carpenter 1988 movie, They Live, was a glimpse into the digital age. A must watch. Oh, yeah. You ain't lying there. The way that we knew where our friends was you left your house, you got on your bike, and you rode around the neighborhood. The house that had all the bikes piled up in the front yard, that's where all your friends were. I ran over to neighbor's house. Uphill both ways. You know what? Speaking of that, how much things has changed? You guys ever I watched this. I was watching TikTok the other day, okay, and I seen this TikTok video comparing like the late 80s, early 90s. Kid goes over to tell his friend, like, hey, we're gonna go hang out. Without cell phones or email or none of that stuff, he goes to his friend's house. He opens his friend's house front door, walks in, says hi to the mother. The mother knows who he is. That's her son's friend. She says, hi, Jimmy. And she tells him that Frank's upstairs. And Jimmy runs upstairs. Frank is blowing into a Nintendo cartridge about to turn on Nintendo. And his friend's like, get dressed, man. We're going. Frank's like, where? Jimmy's like, I don't know. Frank's like, cool, let's go. Right? Like, you didn't have to plan where you were going to go. Everything wasn't a setup. Today, everything has to be a setup. And you want to know why things has to be a setup in today's, the way they do it? It's because they want to make sure that if they get a viral moment, to get a viral TikTok or a viral Instagram reel, they want to make sure they're going to a spot where they can do it. Weird. Let's see. Alexa and AI is innocence lost. I guess so. I don't know what you mean by innocence lost. You gotta remember, people are upset with how the world is going to, why AI is going to be taking over jobs and stuff like that. Look no further than your GOV. Your GOV is allowing these tech companies to develop and build these things. Of course. And it's not one-sided. Don't blame one side of the spectrum and say it's all them and not the side that you support. Let's be fair. It's both sides. Both sides are benefiting from all of this. Deceptions in my home. Get rid of it. But seriously, like I tell some people, I'm not, and I'm not being an a-hole about it. I'm just being straight up. If things like AI, machine learning, machine computing, and all that stuff bothers you, get rid of it. Like get it out of your house. Get rid of it. What? Yeah. Have Destiny start the shower for you and get close. But close the door. But close the door. I didn't say jump around. Get to your business. Get in the shower. Take a bath. Use soap. Wash yourself good. Oh, sorry. I read that wrong. I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. If I'm going to be reading comments, I might as well, right? Decepticons. No Transformers in your house. Got you. Yeah. But I mean, even though, okay, that doesn't really pertain to you, but it'll still pertain to somebody out there. Because there are people that hit me up on that. That's like, AI is going to destroy humanity and everything like that. And it's great. I've even seen some YouTubers talk about it, and you see like a Google Home in their house or Alexa Dot in their house and stuff, right? And it's like while you're sitting there talking about it, you have these products in your house. Like if you're really gonna seriously say that, get rid of the stuff, right? You have a $2,000 refrigerator with a touchscreen. Get rid of it. Get rid of all the technology and go back, and then you don't have to worry about these things. I welcome our new robot overlords. You know what the thing is? And I'll be 100% honest with everybody. The thing is, and like if you guys just paid attention to what I did, I went one-sided on things, right? Like I was just like, get rid of all your tech and stuff like that, right? And the reason why I say that is because my original idea is that people should have the balance under control. You yourself control your actions and your thoughts and how you do things. You want to truly be fully dependent on technology to take care of you, or you want to have that balance. It's just like with social media. Like some people like talk about, oh, I don't like the way this person tweeted this or posted this on Facebook. It gets to me. It makes me mad. It makes me stressful. Well, then turn it off. You have that control at the end of the day. Like the whole thing about banning people, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with banning anybody. It doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you're on. I don't agree with it because you have the ability to say what you want to say. What I firmly believe in is that if you don't like said person's tweet, you don't like said person's YouTube video, you don't like their Facebook post, then block them. Excuse me. Get your clothes, go shower. Boy, there is towels if you look instead of play with a toy. Put that down. Put it down now. Ain't time to play. Look over there. Look by your bed. Look where you're standing. What? They are. You need to get a towel. You need to get going. It's 9:45. I don't care if you wake up tired. You're going to school. I don't think it's evil inside per se, but the manipulation of it. You can only be manipulated if you allow it to. As far as manipulation goes. Actually, ask Destiny. She took the towel. And have her turn the water on for you and get it set up. Because it's not like it's speaking to you and then it's like subliminally sending messages to your head to think a certain way. And then again, you always have the power to control it. Turn it off. Like people talk about, I think it's listening to what I'm saying. Okay, well, it can't listen without power. unplug it. These are things that just like you can do, but you have to be willing to do something about it. You can't just sit back and complain about it, but not do nothing about it. You know, Technohead HD, Zach, what's up, man? How's it going? So that's just my take on it. When it comes to technology, the balance, that's in your hands. And if it seems overwhelming, like it's taking over your life, it's because you're allowing it to. Just step back away from it. Take a breather. You ever see people talk about it online? They post about it. They're like, oh, I'm going to shut my phone off for the weekend and just not deal with anything. Well, of course they're going to do that. And of course they're going to be okay with that. What up, Brian? What's going on? Of course they're going to do that, because how could anything get through? How can any technology interfere with your life if you have all your tech turned off for the weekend and you're just not dealing with it? You put your phones away, and you put together a 550-piece puzzle, or you write a haiku, or you get the yarn and the crochet needles, and you crochet. Whatever you decide to do, you go and you go camping. You have the power to do all these things. It's all in your hands. Always been in your hands. When people say technology is taking over, well, it's because you don't want to do nothing about it, right? It doesn't have to get so out of control. Like, we don't have to build the actual reality compared to the movie Terminator. We don't have to. We always have the power to unplug things. Exercise and scroll too much. That's a great thing. I like going hiking here. Like, that's one of the things I love about living in this city. Beautiful, beautiful trails to hike. Beautiful trails. Victor, 100% agree with you. Awesome. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. We gotta, and I honestly feel like that sometimes we do have to get off social media, for a while. Like, if I had a kill switch to shut off everybody's social media, everybody's cell phones, all cell towers for 48 hours, I would shut all of you off for 48 hours. Get you guys away from all the media propaganda, all the news, all the BS, all that stuff. Get you away from it so that way you could enjoy life, do more things in your life. Go fishing. I mean, okay, so I'm a stupid person. I'm the type of person that would have fun. I would go to the Caloosahatchee River in Florida with raw chicken and fishing line and just mess with gators all day long, because it's exhilarating, it's funny, and I'll get a kick out of it. And that, to me, that's like 100 times more fun than being on Twitter and reading people's tweets and disagreeing with what they're saying. Because I'm human too. I have my thoughts. I keep my thoughts to myself majority of the time, unless you push my buttons. But yeah, that's that. Yeah. To the Loot. Yeah. Hey, you guys, subscribe to Loot. Subscribe to the Loot Verified. Subscribe to him. And check out his music too. I dig his music. Right? Yeah. I would do that, man. I mean, it's fun. So it might be like MTV's Jackass, sort of, slightly, whatever. But then again, me and my brother were kind of like, we were dumb like that. We like me and my brother Ruben, we're into wrestling. And we watch wrestling. When we were teenagers, we went to the playground with lighter fluid and like that, that dome that I forgot what they call it. Can someone tell me what they call it? Because I totally forgot. But it's like a half dome, kind of not like monkey bars, but not really monkey bars, but it's a dome. And you just climb on it. But we soaked every bit of that metal bar in lighter fluid and had an inferno match inside of that thing. And yes, we did it. We did the exact same way. The only way you beat your opponent is by lighting your opponent on fire. And what was even more dumb? Like, my hair was really long with the undercut, and like my hair slightly went down my back, and I burnt like a quarter of it, so it ended up coming up just to my shoulders. I was lit on fire. Yeah, kids do the dumbest things, but I would rather have the kids do the dumbest things that's physical, gives them some, social interactions, allows them to build on social skills, than for them to be dumb on this. where they get no interactions. And, you know, like my kids come to me and they're like my daughter is like, her boyfriend yelled at her through a text message. I'm like, how do you know? Did he leave a voice message or something? She's like, no. She showed me. He typed in all caps. And I'm like, really? Typing in all capital letters means yelling? And then they're like, yeah. Or it means they're excited. And I'm like, well, then how do you know the difference? You can't hear them. How do you know the difference? Thanks. And yeah, I still watch WWE, AEW. Yeah, AEW was here. I didn't get to go, but my brother went. I'm more vested in WWE right now. Cody Rhodes' storyline is like amazing. It's sad though that they had to throw Sami Zayn on a back burner, because those are great storylines when it came to wrestling, right? Those are great storylines. You had Sami Zayn, who broke away from the bloodline and challenged Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber for the WWE Universal Championship, right? And I would have been happy if he won. I also would have wanted to see Jey Uso finally re-push his story where he went up against Roman, and it'd be cool to see him become champion. But then also I want to see Cody Rhodes finish his story, because Cody Rhodes is not only just winning the title for himself, but he's winning the title, the one title that his dad wasn't able to capture. His dad wrestled for the WWF Championship, but didn't win it. Yeah, his brother was too, right? Dustin Rhodes was amazing. I have more respect for Dustin Rhodes because when he left, so when he went from WCW to WWE and he was put into the character of Goldust, when he left WWE because of Goldust and how Goldust was basically like messing with his head, he went to WCW. They wanted to make him like a rip-off Undertaker called Seven, right? Painted his face white, all over his head was white. He had like an outfit very similar to the Undertaker with the hat, the trench coat. First day he debuted in WCW, he floated to the ring. Then he got in there and he broke kayfabe, and he like literally trashed WCW for making him come out like that, including making reference that they had him dress up like Uncle Fester to play Halloween 365 days a year, and then he quit on national TV. That was funny. Oh, Elimination Chamber was actually good. Elimination Chamber was like this 2023 Elimination Chamber, I have to say, was probably one of the best Elimination Chamber pay-per-views ever. There was great ones. The women's Elimination Chamber match was solid. I just thought it was weird because like they wrestled for a chance to face the Raw Women's Champion at WrestleMania, which Asuka won. So shout out to Asuka. And then the men's Elimination Chamber was for the United States Championship, which Logan Paul interfered and curb stomped Seth Rollins, costing him the match, and Austin Theory retaining his title. What's funny is that because Brock Lesnar is about to enter, he might enter into a feud with Omos. I'm thinking that Bray Wyatt's threat, because I don't know if y'all remember on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt made a threat that whoever won between Bobby Lashley or Brock Lesnar, that they needed to run. So I guess since Bobby Lashley won because of disqualification, I guess that means that Bray Wyatt is targeting Bobby Lashley now. So I don't know. Yeah, WrestleMania, yep, April 1st and April 2nd. 2-day event. It's funny because it's on my dad's birthday, April 1st. Shout out to the 11 likes. I appreciate the 11 likes. So, yeah. By the way, if you were just coming in and you missed the part where we talked about Boost Mobile's website being down and everything, so like, yes, it is down. My services are not down, so my services are still active, but I can't access Boost Infinite right now, so their website and their app is non-accessible. Same with Boost Mobile, not accessible on either side. So hopefully they'll be up tomorrow. Possibly. Very possible. Right now, Brock Lesnar's in a part of his career where he's just going to be putting people over. You know what I mean? Like that was the whole point of him facing Bobby Lashley was to put Bobby Lashley over a little bit. Just because, both of them are former MMA fighters, right? So they both were in WWE. They both left WWE. They both fought in MMA. They both came back to WWE. So I was thinking that their story would continue on further and that they would go at it more. Shout out to the 16 likes. Appreciate you guys. Man, can we get the likes to 20? Let's see. I'm kind of happy. All right. Let me know if y'all like the live stream this way. I don't know. I'm not using any like live streaming program like Restream. I'm using the direct YouTube website and my Pixelbook laptop. That's all I'm using. No one knows for sure if Brock will be on Raw Monday. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, great promos and everything. But you know what? But the stories right now that WWE has, they're actually pretty good. Tell Destiny to turn off the water, because I can hear it going.
No, actually not good. It's just leaking.
Tell him to turn it off all the way, and to yeah, some turn it off all the way. What do you think about Uncle Howdy? I really think it really looks like Bo Dallas. And you know what? I think it's a great idea that they even put Bo Dallas behind the mask and have him join his brother Bray. Just for the simple fact that, bringing both of the Rotunda brothers back, right? So Wyndham Rotunda and, I forgot Bo Dallas's real name, right? I know their dad is IRS, Irwin R. Shyster. I remember back in the day he used to beef with the $1 Million Man quite a bit. Out. What?
She said if this can work for the paper.
I don't know, but out. Who are my top 5 wrestlers? Oh my god, man. You guys are gonna laugh. Top 5 wrestlers.
No.
So Bray Wyatt is like my top favorite right now of all time. Jeff Hardy. Well, Jeff Hardy / Willow. I really wish they brought his character Willow to WWE. I'm just imagine with WWE budget what they would have done for that character. Yeah, I know. Go ahead. You'll probably laugh. The Ultimate Warrior. And I was I was so heavy into wrestling when I was a kid. When I was 7 years old, my mom beat the crap out of me because I had these undie boxers, and I got access to a bunch of markers, and I drew the Warrior symbol on them, and then I drew it on my face like the Ultimate Warrior. And my mom came home from work and saw, and I couldn't get it off because it wasn't washable marker. So my mom had to really scrub my face, and I got whooped. So that's an embarrassing moment. But the Ultimate Warrior is one of my favorite. Sting, another one of my favorites. And Stone Cold Steve Austin. They're not in it's not in the order that I gave, right? Everybody has a price. $1 Million Man was awesome. I don't think people appreciate the villains, right? The heels of the 80s into the early 90s era, right? $1 Million Man, everybody's got a price. And he would cut promos coming out where, because back then they didn't have the superstars fight each other. The superstars fighting each other was at pay-per-views or at WWF in your house events. But they would have them fight jobbers, right? So $1 Million Man would come out, there would be just nobody that's there, and then Ted DiBiase would make the deal. You could take this money and leave the ring or get pounded out. Sometimes they would take the money. Sometimes they wanted to be the hero and beat Ted DiBiase, and then, he would just completely choke him out in the $1 Million Dream. You watch Stone Cold show on Peacock? Yeah. Yeah, heels drive the story. It's just, it kind of did a 180, right? Because if you remember the old days of wrestling, the heels barely won titles, and it was always the heroes that would have long runs with the titles. Then it changed. Now heels have the longer runs with the title belts, and the heroes don't. The heroes get a good length of time, but then they got to drop the belt. Like me personally, I don't agree with WWE and making Roman Reigns the longest running champion. I just don't. They could have stopped once he passed CM Punk's record. Because originally that's why Vince did it. He wanted to stop CM Punk's record. And so, but to do it with Roman Reigns, like I like Roman Reigns as a wrestler. I'm happy that he's kind of cutting better promos than what he used to. But yeah, it's just I don't know, it's weird. A Legends reunion on Raw last year, I think so. Talk about the time where like DX and NWO came out and Hulk Hogan came out and Booker T and all them. Five-time WCW champion. Oh, Booker T is like all he's up there in my favorites. And then R-Truth. Have any of y'all heard R-Truth or Ron Killings is his real name? But have you guys heard his actual music? Like I heard a song. My brother shared it to me. He was like, R-Truth is doing music on the side. And he sent me a link to YouTube and I listened to the song and I'm like, that don't sound like him, you know? But it was pretty good. Hey, what's up, Michael? Welcome in. I remember when it was called it was called WWF until they got sued by the World Wildlife Foundation and was forced to change their acronym. And then they started running when the Attitude Era was just starting, they started running that new wasn't just starting. It was like halfway through the Attitude Era, they started to change it. And then they came up with that slogan, WWE, get the F out. Yeah, so sad. The World Wildlife Foundation didn't have to go and do that, you know, because it was just so weird. It was so weird when they changed it from WWF to WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. But I'm liking, I don't know, like Vince needs to really get out the way. When Vince was not there and Triple H and Stephanie was running things, the storylines were getting better. The talent was getting better. They were pushing people that deserved to be pushed. It was great. Now that Vince is back in the role and people are still panicking about him selling WWE, it's like making these old Vince McMahon decisions, and it's just getting dumber again. That's why I hope they don't screw the Cody Rhodes match, because the way the story went. Batista is on the Tonight Show right now, and he's one of my favorites. Yeah, I just feel like that. A lot of the backstage politics with Batista was kind of bad, but it was good. I just thought like the end of his career where he had that match with Triple H at WrestleMania, and he was just like, give me what I want, and it was just so bad. Like to see Batista come from this destroyer and everything, right? And then he comes back and he botches moves. He botched his entrance. Like, how do you botch getting into the ring, going in between two ropes, and you tripped and fell, nearly face planted, stumbling in? Like, how? You know what I mean? Like, you had time to train. I know some people are like, well, Batista was nervous. He had the nervous jitters and ring rust, but it's like, I don't know. Edge came back from 11 years, came back at the Royal Rumble, and didn't really have ring rust at all. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to hop off. For those that were in here, thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. I said 16 likes just a while ago. Now I went down to 15. But oh well. But thank you for the 15 likes. I really appreciate it. And if anyone hit the dislikes, thank you so much anyways, because that counts as a rating, and so that helps. I'll do more lives this way. I kind of like it this way. And instead of having to rely on Restream, maybe once in a blue moon I'll do Restream for to liven it up, but just to sit and have these conversations like this. I think this will be it. No, he didn't botch it for show. You can YouTube interviews where he talked about it. Yeah, he literally did. But he wanted to go out. He wanted to go out his own way. Honestly, that's what it was. Not a fan of Edge. I never really saw Edge as a golden boy. You know, like they always talked about like, you know, Edge was gonna get the biggest push. He was the golden boy at Vince, and I was like, I don't see that. Yeah. I just don't want to have to deal with a lot of like setting up. So these are just live streams, right? And then when I use Restream with all the bells and whistles, I guess that's a podcast. These are just live streams, just chill and talk. I'm listening to like the relaxing sounds of rain on Google Home. It's already making me sleepy if you can't tell. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a night. Chris Jericho's Lion Tamer. Yeah, if you guys want me to do like a all wrestling live stream, let me know and I'll make that happen. And like we can just talk specifically wrestling, no tech. For sure. Yeah, we'll continue this conversation, man. I'm getting kind of sleepy, so I'm gonna end it now. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys very much and be safe. And yeah, catch me in the next one.